Hey friend, welcome and welcome back to my what I eat in a week. This one is slightly different than my usual what I eat in a day vlog because I think it would be interesting to take you along with me, for a few days to see what I eat in preparation for my fitness photo shoot. And this week is also a last week of my cut phase. Now it's time to see the result of my hard work after being on a fat loss phase for about 12 weeks. The meals that I will be eating in the next few days will be primarily low carbs, low calorie meals. Just for these few days, it will be quite extreme cut. And I just want to put a disclaimer here, just right here before we enter the video, that this does not say anything about what I've been doing for the whole 12 weeks. These particular few days are just a tiny, very aggressive cut just to prep my body for the photo shoot, to ensure that all the muscles there, I kind of look pumped, but at the same time toned. This is no way say anything about how I actually lose fat for this journey. But anyway, just to say that be sure to stick around until the end because I will give you a sneak peek of the behind the scenes of the photo shoot. This photo shoot just basically for personal documentation and with my coach and also with other girlies who also train with her. So this will be really fun individual and also group photo shoot. Personally, I know that this is not quite the same, but this also gives me an insight into how body competitors kind of prepare themselves before the competition. So far it's been very interesting and I must say not easy, but very, very interesting experience. Anyway, today's Friday. I'm actually going to the office today. Usually I don't. So I better crack on with my breakfast before it gets too late. Let's go. And if you haven't met before, I'm Prang. Very nice to meet you. I'm a gym girl who is also a big foodie and I love cooking. So if you're looking for motivation for fitness, if you're looking for inspiration for good food, nutritious, healthy, vegetarian, high protein meals, especially in this vlog, it will be low calories, low carbs meals and still taste delicious. Be sure to subscribe and tag along with me for a few days. For lunch, I had leftover golden chickpeas and sweet potato curry with other leftover braised cabbage with additional spinach and egg white. I know this lunchbox does not do justice to the curry and you barely see it, but this curry is one of my absolute favorites and it tastes better the next days. I heated up and went to eat outside in the garden with a colleague, which was what we took advantage of good summer weather. Later in the afternoon, it was my snack time. Whenever I go to the office, protein shea pudding is my go-to and paired with this skyr quark pot. I prefer the plain one, but it was out of stock today, so I had to get a vanilla flavor instead. This snack got me through the day without feeling peckish or hungry all afternoon, and so I rarely change my snack when I go to the office. I'm home and exhausted and it's only I think like 6:15. I can definitely feel the difference and the impact of having less calories, especially when I trained. I went to the gym earlier this morning, just only last week, which is like 1 week before the photo shoot, that I start to kind of prep by reducing down to 1700, and only today and tomorrow that I'm having at 1600 calories just to kind of deplete a little bit more. I can definitely feel the difference that on my energy level and also on my mood. And I think I'm also in the luteal phase and my period can come at any day now. So usually like during the luteal phase is when obviously I tend to crave more, I tend to want to eat a bit more because that's natural. Anyway, salad it is for dinner. Salad is a perfect, healthy, nutritious meal that can be adjusted to any diet requirements. Salad for my cut phase needs volume. Adding lots of leafy greens, cherry tomatoes, cucumber for the base. They fill the stomach and make me full without compromising lots of calories. Then add some bulkier veggies like broccoli. Some days, I have the sweet potato, but my carb of choice today was beluga lentils that I prepped the day before. Lentils are carb, protein and fiber powerhouse, and I really like the black one for the salad. For protein, I had roasted tempeh, followed by tahini dressing that I mixed quickly with apple cider vinegar, garlic and salt. And lastly, tofu feta that I prepped earlier this week. I should have used a bigger bowl because this salad turned out to be quite massive and it was pretty difficult to mix everything together, but I made it. The salad was simple, fresh, crunchy and delicious. We wrapped up the day with just below 1600 calories. Good morning, and now I'm getting ready to go for my run. So I'm still feel like I'm definitely not waking up. So I'm having crisp bread with a little bit of cottage cheese as my pre-run snack. I spent some time doing a focus work after my run, so by the time I made my breakfast, I was pretty hungry. Today is another day of eating at 1600 calories with about 140 grams of carbs. Scrambled egg has been on rotation multiple times a week in the past few weeks because it's the easiest, simplest, but protein-rich dish. This morning, I thought I could jazz the flavor a bit by making my favorite chipotle eggs with lots and lots of veggie. I know this isn't a typical definition of scrambled eggs in the Western world, but this is the scrambled eggs I grew up eating in Thailand, or at least kinda similar. Traditionally, it's cooked in a pool of hot oil until golden and fluffy. Often add minced pork or prawn or crab meat, but to be honest, I didn't enjoy the oily bit much, so I'm happy to settle with this kind of cooking, kind of resembles frittata. The veggies make it so filling and surprisingly satiating. It's my weekend ritual to have breakfast part 2. Sweet breakfast felt like a treat. Today was a yogurt bowl with kiwi and berry compote to enjoy with black coffee. For the compote, I mixed frozen berries with chia seeds and apple cider vinegar, mainly because I didn't have any more lemon. And then I microwave for about 30 to 45 seconds until the berries are basically defrosted. I was starving and tired by the time lunchtime came around because we went to assemble furniture for our new flat. But I was too stubborn to grab something from a supermarket, so I came back home and made this miso mushroom pasta with lots of garlic and some sugar snaps for crunchy green, last bits of beetroot and topped with tofu feta. And I think this kind of gives you a very realistic look into my lunch when I'm really short on time. It doesn't have to be sophisticated or well-elaborated meal. Most of the time, it's me throwing stuff into the pan, adding the seasoning that I know that I like or enjoy. And then even if it doesn't turn out amazing, it's still good because it's home-cooked and it is nutritious. And because lunchtime came too late, pasta alone doesn't satisfy me as much. So I make a protein smoothie as my early snack to keep me going while doing some more editing. Dinner time and my day has been long. I mean, another day of 1600 oh, I can't speak English anymore. I don't know about you, but there's something about me going through a period where I really crave cabbage. This week is that week. So for dinner today, I'm making one of my most favorite ways to cook cabbage, braised cabbage in tomato sauce with butter beans. I kind of like tried it out, this recipe, just because I was bored and I don't know what else that I'm gonna cook cabbage. And I thought, oh, let's just pair that up with tomato sauce, and it turned out delicious. You know, I've been obsessed with tomato and cabbage ever since. I started by cutting the cabbage into 4 wedges and roasting them at 200 Celsius degree. Alternatively, you could char them on hot pan with oil, but I chose a clean version today, as you would expect from a gym girl during a cut phase. While the cabbage was roasting, I prepared the tomato sauce. Sweating the onion until translucent, then went in garlic, paprika, chili flakes, tomato puree. Let them touch the heat for a minute before adding a tinned tomato. I like to season my tomato sauce with soy sauce, Worcestershire sauce, and a little bit of balsamic vinegar for that sweet acidic flavor. To be fair, I cooked exactly like I did for pasta sauce. Once the sauce is simmered for about 10 minutes, I added a good quality butter beans. This dish is required for a good quality ones because they hold the shape much better while stewing. Flip the cabbage to the other side, and once both sides gain some color, I added to the sauce, cover the lid and simmer for at least 20 minutes until the cabbage was soft and tender. My partner said, "This is like a fancy baked beans," which I thought sounds like a perfect description, and hence to why I love this dish so much for its comfort and packed with nutrients. I ended the day with a big yogurt bowl with dark chocolate, wrapping up just below 1600 calories as planned. Don't whisper because right now it is like 5 a.m. But I'm just gonna show you something because I did a self-tanning last night. It is the one that I just have to sleep overnight. I was like scared that the tan's gonna develop way too dark. If you look at my leg and I'm like, I've done this before and the guided color is way too dark than it is. Fun. I love it. I've been kind of like going through my olive skin era. Let's just see the result in a bit. The result of my self-tanning. This doesn't look bad at all. My upper body here is a lot lighter than my leg. I don't know if this lighting helped, but my leg is more tan and same as my hand. I'm loving it. And yeah, just kind of sneak peek of my result of my cut. You can see that, my midsection is much more defined. And yeah, my arms, like look at my back. Sorry, it's like too much skin for what I eat in a week vlog. But you're watching a gym girl's vlog, so skin can't be helped. And today is actually the day that I've been looking for the whole week, because today is the day that I will do the carb loading, and that means I'm increasing my calories to 1850 calories today, only just carbs, and that means I get to eat about 200 grams of carbs in a day. Let me tell you girlies, this feels like Christmas. Got too excited about getting to eat a lot of carbs. Now I'm struggling to think about what to eat because I want to eat literally everything. I spend my whole morning from 5 a.m. thinking about what exactly that I want to eat for breakfast. It's time, and what I'm landing with is Let me tell you that once I made bagel this way, I never want to go back for frying an egg separately. It makes bagel so much more fun to eat. The filling was simple tofu feta that I mashed into one side with sliced cucumber, and my first part of a breakfast was served. Banana and juicy fruits were food that I was eager to eat today, which I enjoyed with a bowl of protein yogurt with some chia seeds. The reason why I do carb loading today because it was a technique to make my muscle look a bit more pumped, as carbs will hold some water content, but it was just enough to look fuller but not bloated. My approach to food didn't change even though it was a carb day. Nutritious meals using whole food ingredients isn't a diet, but a lifestyle that I follow strictly no matter what. I saw today as a day that I could enjoy ingredients I didn't get to eat much during my cut, like this rice noodle, which I stir fry with some veggies, soy sauce, a tiny bit of Korean hot sauce. You may notice a slight change in the composition where I use less screen to control the portion size. If I were to eat as big salad like yesterday, the portion size would be way too big to feel comfortable for my stomach when I have to increase the amount of carbs and therefore the amount of fiber that I will add to my meal becoming less. Later in the afternoon, I made a chocolate porridge with dates and peanut butter as a snack. It was usually breakfast, but today it was lovely to have it with tea while I'm taking a break from packing. It's din time. What would be the dish to end my carb loading day? One dish I often refuse to make because it never fills me up: risotto. Although I still apply the same trick to bulk it with beans, so it became more substantial to me. We love green in this house, so today's risotto was packed with greens like edamame and broccoli. I blended tofu with fresh basil along with miso, lemon juice, nutritional yeast to create a creamy green pesto, which went in the rice and beans mixture once they were about to cook, probably about 5 minutes before serving. The rain was pouring down once every now and then today, and it felt really cozy and cool and comforting, and this risotto was perfect for this weather. And of course, chocolate protein pudding to finish my carb bliss day, with the macros hitting just about 1800 calories. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Now it's currently about 5:30. So my snack before my gym today is pretty much the same. And today, new day, new challenge. We also have to reduce the amount of water. So I'll try to drink just about 2 liters. Today's looking really grim. It was raining outside, so it was like cold. And if it's not too hot, then hopefully that I can manage with less water. Protein Weetabix bowl with black coffee for breakfast before I start my workday. The day was very hectic, but I was glad I had leftovers. Braised cabbage in tomato sauce for lunch, boiled it up with tempeh and a boiled egg, which I'm so sorry to disappoint that was a proper hard-boiled one and not like jammy egg, but I tried. Then a smaller glass of iced matcha tea and protein chia pudding as an afternoon snack. I quickly assembled some salad on the go as I had to stop by somewhere and didn't know if I would come back before dinner. So this is kind of my way of preventing me from being too hungry and just to make sure that I end the day nicely and also still be in my deficit. It was just an assortment of cooked and fresh veg, large portion of black lentils, egg white and tofu feta with soy vinaigrette as dressing. I made it to the end of the day. I did pretty well with water because I think I might drink about, like 1.5 liter. Right now, I'm sitting down and having my yogurt bowl for dessert with a little bit of dark chocolate just to end the day as usual. This is officially the last day of my cut and tomorrow is the big day. I feel very accomplished and I'm very proud of myself. I'm gonna quickly finish my dessert to finish drinking before 7:30, mainly so that all of the water is fully consumed and I don't hold a lot more water weight tomorrow. And I don't think that I'll have time to properly vlog in the morning. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me for a few days, seeing the food I ate in preparation for this photo shoot. I'm really excited to show you the result and to show you the behind the scene. Hope you have a good night and I'll see you tomorrow.